Welcome to Prestige Worldwide, the podcast, a weekly battle of wits, debating everything from horseshoes to hand grenades, all for the privilege to be called right. And now, your hosts, Bobo and Travis.
Hey guys, welcome to Prestige Worldwide, the podcast. I am your host, Travis, and I have somebody with me today.
Who?
It's Bobo.
No, it's not. Somebody else. It's Hair.
It's Hair.
It's Uncle Hair.
Oh, yeah, it's Hair. Let's do that.
The Travis and Uncle Hair show. Hey guys, Okasilokio, I'm a fucking idiot.
Now that's a hell of an idea.
9/11 was an inside job.
Wow. Hair, that's sensational.
Did you like my picture I posted today on the football thread we have going?
You know what? I don't know that I checked it.
Oh, it said always forget hashtag, and it was a picture of the Twin Towers replaced by pictures of 2 Xanax pills.
That's pretty good. That's
definitely something Uncle Hair would post, not something that Bobo would post.
Right, yes. That's classic Hair.
Classic Uncle Hair.
Classic Hair. I'm happy you're here today. I've had something that I wanted to ask you just real quickly.
Okay.
So, have you ever watched Jimmy Kimmel Live?
No, not. I mean, I might have seen a skit or two on YouTube after the fact.
Okay.
But I've never sat and I couldn't tell you anything about it.
Me neither. Okay.
Okay.
I've never watched. I typically don't watch a whole lot of late.
No, I don't watch any
TV.
late night TV.
Right.
Once Conan got off the major networks, that was it for me.
Yeah. Every once in a while, I'll tune in. For whatever reason, I don't. But it's no secret, I'm a big Howard Stern fan. He was on Jimmy Kimmel Live, so I want to check it out. I actually just went on demand and watched it. But the show started. Do you have any idea who the show announcer is?
No, who?
When I watched it, I was like, that looks oddly familiar. That guy looks oddly familiar. He looks like the lead singer from Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. And it is.
Is it really?
It's Dickie Barrett.
Dickie Barrett's the show announcer?
He is.
Is his band, is the Boss Tones like the band?
Nope. I'm pretty sure he has been the announcer since the beginning.
He's been the announcer. So is he not in the Boss Tones anymore?
No, I think they still tour. I see him every once in a while, like playing out, but like, yeah. And if you don't know who the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones are,
Then fuck off. I'm not telling you.
They had like
The impression.
The impression I get, that was their big song. But anyways, yeah, I was shocked that he was their announcer.
That is oddly weird.
And it's weird that, like,
out of all people in the world to pick to be the announcer for the Jimmy Kimmel show,
he does have a unique voice.
That's true. That's true.
But it's weird that in that genre of music, which we both like, that we've never heard that he was the announcer.
Since when do you like ska?
I mean, they were more punk ska than real ska.
I mean, they had horns.
Sure. I mean,
I fuck with ska all the time still, so.
Sorry?
I fuck with ska all the time still. I love ska.
I mean, I like the Boss Tones. That's about it.
I love ska.
I used to listen to 5 Iron Frenzy.
Suicide Machines.
Nah.
Less Than Jake.
Nah.
Catch 22.
Nah. Yeah, I wasn't
Mustard Plug, Pie Tasters. Come on, man.
Yeah, apparently I'm not a ska fan.
No, see, I'm a huge ska fan.
Yeah, so okay, well, whatever.
Streetlight Manifesto, who's still putting out music. Love those guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Big ups.
Jesus Christ.
All right, so let's do a show.
Okay.
You want to do a show?
Give it a shot.
All right.
Give the old Kyle's try.
So I found some questions in last week. We did, if you listened, I did an episode with Mandy, my wife, where we did relationship tests, and I found an article in doing research for that. It's a set of questions to ask anybody, and you'll fall in love with them if you ask them these questions.
Okay, so this is basically verbal roofies.
Yes.
The episode.
Well, verbal. No, not roofies.
What do you mean? That's exactly what it is. You ask these questions, they fall in love with you. Isn't that what roofies
No.
do?
It is. It's verbal Spanish fly.
Oh.
Roofies,
okay.
you just fuck and they don't remember it.
That's the same as love. I mean, right? That's what my attorney told me to say.
It's love if they can't remember you.
Right. They can't say no.
Right.
Okay. I remember saying no. They said yes.
Right. So this is just verbal Spanish fly.
Ooh, this episode's really going downhill quick. You're going to regret that decision.
Maybe we should call it Spanish Fly the episode.
I like it. That's the name of the episode.
There we go.
It rolls off the tongue better than verbal roofies.
Yeah, but it's not as good. Doesn't taste as great.
Roofing all the episode.
Roofing all the episode. So I'm gonna ask these questions of Bobo, and maybe I'll fall in love with him.
I knew you were a trap.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So there's a bunch of them, so we're just gonna get into this. All right. Question number 1.
Okay.
Given the choice of anyone in the world, whom would you want as a dinner guest?
Ronald Reagan.
Okay.
That's an easy one.
How about alive?
Alive?
Yes.
Anyone in the world alive right now, I could have at my table for dinner.
Right.
Christopher Walken.
Okay.
I just want to see in real life if he is actually as much of a cartoon as I think he is. Because he's like a caricature of himself at this point. You know what I mean? I really want to see what he'd be like just by himself.
Do you think he has the same?
That's what. Is it all an act? Is he just? Was he a little normal, a little weird, and now he's just completely like he acts like himself? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't really know him before he was this character. So
he was like a legitimate actor who
Right,
just had like an odd mannerism of talking.
Right.
But now it's like, I wonder if he's actually playing himself.
I don't know.
You know, I'd be interested to find out.
Who knows?
I probably could have answered something better than that. Like, I could have had like Obama or something like that. Like a real famous, intelligent person to have a good conversation with. Now, Christopher Walken though.
I would have said Bobby Flay because he could cook me dinner.
See? Okay. What about Gordon Ramsay? Because he could also teach you some probably unique swear words you're not aware of.
You know what? I would love to have dinner with Gordon Ramsay. I think that would be awesome. Because I think he plays a character.
Oh, he absolutely does. And I don't think I'd want to have dinner with him though, because I would just be frustrated that he's like a douchebag. Because to me, if you're acting like that just to get ratings, it's not real to me. So why would I fucking want to have dinner with you? It's not having dinner with the same person.
I don't think he is completely fake. I just think he is more propped up. He's
absolutely.
He's just more verbose as in his character than he.
I don't know how anybody can watch those shows and find them entertaining. Like, what entertainment do you get watching a middle-aged white man just scream at minorities?
Right.
I mean, it's like White Privilege, the TV show. I don't understand. It's so fucking stupid.
Yeah. However,
because it's a British accent, it's okay. If you yell at someone if you did that same show, but he had a Southern accent, it'd be canceled in a week. He'd be in jail under congressional investigation for like hate crimes.
Right.
But because it's British, it's cute and quaint.
It would be Paula Dean's show. But it's not. Him and Simon Cowell get away with just screaming at people.
They do because they're fucking British.
But anyway, I have watched like some of his stuff where he, teaches like methods of how to cook stuff. Like him just cooking scrambled eggs was pretty fascinating.
He can cook. He might be a lot of things, but unable to cook is not one of them.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Number 2.
Wait a second. Let's go back a second.
Okay.
How are these going to make me fall in love with you?
No, I'm going to fall. I don't know. Because we're going to discuss it and we're going to get to know each other. So we'll fall in love, I think.
Oh, okay. I was just, okay. Sure.
I guess.
The first question threw me. I was expecting something not like that,
yeah.
I guess. So that really threw me through a loop.
No, I think these are kind of like, I don't know, get to know you questions, but thought-provoking ones. Maybe.
Thought-provoking ones. Okay.
Would you like to be famous?
No.
Okay.
That we know I have a hatred of celebrities, though. So that, right. So to expand on that idea, you're probably right because, for instance, if I asked that question to you on a date,
right,
and you said yes, the date's over.
Right.
Because maybe not. I won't end it, but I don't see us going anywhere.
What if I have a good reason for wanting to be famous?
That's fine, but it probably wouldn't involve me being in love with you.
I don't know. I got a pretty good personality because I don't mind.
If you told me tomorrow,
right?
Let's say, honestly, and this is dead honest. I'll be if Anne writes the next great American novel tomorrow,
right,
and she becomes a living legend. Let's say on the level of like Mark Twain, but still alive.
Okay.
Our marriage isn't surviving.
Why?
Because I don't like famous people.
But
I think they become something. I think they become what they hate.
But what if she isn't? So here's my question about that.
Okay.
And about your hard and fast rule. If she becomes famous, she but doesn't change, and she's just famous.
I don't think that's possible. So maybe she could prove me wrong.
Right.
I do not think that. I think there's very few famous people, and honestly, I think one of them, maybe 2 of them, I would say, Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, are the exceptions that prove the rule.
Okay.
Bill Gates, for all intents and purposes, seems to be a pretty nice, average guy in real life.
Right.
Like a very giving, very generous, charitable, compassionate human being. So does Warren Buffett.
Right.
I think more of them turned into Steve Jobs, just complete pieces of shit.
Right. Well, I don't,
because no one doubts Steve Jobs' brilliance.
but I also don't think Steve Jobs changed.
Oh,
He probably was.
no, okay, you're right.
He was always an
an asshole. You're right.
He just became more powerful and was able to
Exude that influence more.
and live that life that he always wanted to
But I
lead.
think a lot of people that become famous, most of them, you have to have that drive.
Right.
Well, you don't usually just stumble into being famous. You usually have a drive to be famous. And I think that drive changes you.
Yeah.
That's my thought there, my thought process.
But what if we become famous from this podcast?
Oh, I'll be a dick. It'll suck. I'll become Uncle Hair.
You are Uncle Hair.
I know, that's right. It's totally Uncle Hair moves. Totally would say that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
But I have no desire to be famous. Now, rich, absolutely.
Well, rich and famous are two completely different things.
See, rich and famous is overrated. Rich and not famous,
Rich and anonymous.
vastly underrated.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I think everybody wants to be rich and anonymous.
absolutely.
But well, whatever. All right. Before making a telephone call, do you ever rehearse what you're going to say?
Yes,
Why?
to make sure the words come out right. Sometimes my brain doesn't work so well with my mouth.
But how often would you say you do that?
How often? Ooh. I don't know if I could peg a number to it. 1 out of 4?
I mean, like fairly often, semi.
I say 1 out of 4, 25% of the time.
Okay. All right.
Just because, some phone calls are pretty much, just, hey, what's going on, bro?
Right. Like
You
you've
know.
never rehearsed a call calling me.
No.
Right. Why would you?
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
But
I think everybody
25%.
rehearses calls, right?
I think so.
I would think so too.
I don't know, though. Ask me another question. We'll find out.
Okay.
Let me rehearse these words before I say them again.
What would constitute a perfect day for you?
You ever seen that movie Office Space?
Yeah.
I would do nothing.
Okay.
That movie resonates so deeply with me as a person. To watch that movie is to watch my life.
But you can't do nothing.
Can't?
Right.
Why not?
Because you don't in your life.
I know. It sucks. Because that'd be my perfect day, though. Just a day, nothing.
So why don't you slow down some?
Nah, dude. Can't stop, won't stop. Quarter mile at a time. All that stuff.
But if that's your perfect day, why don't you? I don't understand that.
Because I got things going on, man. Sometimes life just doesn't work out like that, You set up all these dominoes, and they just don't stop falling because you want to do nothing for a day.
I don't know, man. Take a day off every once in a while. In the last year, how many times have you done a day of nothing?
None.
None, not at all.
No.
Why don't you take a fucking day for yourself?
I donated almost all my vacation time this year.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I don't take days off. I still have 4 days left I need to use before December 31st.
Good God.
I'm probably going to donate that too.
All right. When did you last sing to yourself?
Sing to myself?
Yeah.
Ooh. Like sing as in just like sing along to a song?
I would think so.
Oh, every day.
Or like,
Today.
sure.
I sing every song I sing along to, so.
I don't know who these crazy people are that don't like music and don't sing along to
Right.
it,
Like,
but
do you get in the car and just listen to music? No, you fucking sing along like you're fucking in the band, right?
right.
That's okay. That's me. So.
Do you have a song? This isn't one of these questions. Do you have a song in your head most days?
No, because it's not. I listen to so much music that the same song can't get stuck in my head most days.
No, not the same song.
Oh.
For instance, pretty much every morning, I wake up with a different song in my head.
Oh, so absolutely,
Okay,
yes, but not the same one.
but some people like Mandy finds that weird.
But she's not into music like we are.
Right, yeah, but she doesn't like she and I assumed the answer was going to be yes with you.
I don't think it's normal though. I think the vast majority of people in America or even in the whole world would probably side with Mandy.
Yeah,
Because I don't think music's as big a part of their life as ours. So
yeah,
it'd be wild. It'd be weirdly odd to see that.
it's such a great day though when like it's a song that you haven't listened to in a while. It's like ooh,
So I forget a lot of bands because we listen to a lot of bands.
Right.
You almost forget some of those things exist.
Right.
And then one day you wake up and it's like you remember them again for the first time. That happens to me probably once a month. Is a song I'll be like, oh my God, That band fucking exists. I haven't thought about them in years, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's shuffle of the mind.
Yep, exactly. That's exactly what it is.
If you were able to live to the age of 90 and retain either the mind or body of a 30-year-old for the last 60 years of your life, which would you want, the mind or the body?
Oh, mind.
Okay.
So for the last 60 years, that means if at age 31 I become like a 90-year-old person physically and kept my mind, or I became like a 30-year-old person and kept
so you would at the age of 60 just time would keep going, whereas it would either your body goes back to 30 or your mind goes back to 30.
Yeah, mind, absolutely. And anyone who says body doesn't know what they're talking about. That, like, to say at 90 you wanted to have the body of a 30-year-old and the mind of a 90-year-old, you're fucking stupid. Have you seen George H.W. Bush?
Yeah.
Like, you're fucking, like, that man was a pretty fucking smart, intelligent, articulate man. Now he's like a fucking old geezer in a wheelchair running around like apologizing for touching people's asses or something.
What do you think affects each other more? So what I'm trying to ask is, do you think if you chose body and you were able to stay healthy, your mind would stay healthy?
No.
Because it's not a given in this question that either one is going to deteriorate. You could be a 90-year-old guy who moves around just fine.
Could be.
And your mind,
But there's no 90-year-old on earth that moves like a 30-year-old. So let's be honest. I mean, there's not.
Right.
It doesn't matter though.
But if you're 90 years old, why would you want to move like a 30-year-old?
That's my point. Exactly. Why would you care at 90 years old if you can even walk or not? Who gives a shit? No one expects you to walk at 90. We barely expect you to breathe at 90.
Well, at 90, I would like to be up and walking around.
Why?
Why? Because
if you're in a wheelchair, who gives? If you're mentally with it, who gives a shit?
Because there's mobility issues, and there's a whole at 90 years old or whatever age that you start deteriorating. I don't want to have to learn how to do new shit. I don't in that way.
I don't either. But I'd rather do that than have the mind of a 90-year-old.
I don't know. My grandfather died when he was 90. He was sharp as a tack until the day he keeled over from a heart attack.
And I bet you he wishes he was still as sharp as a tack rather than he could walk better and have the mind of a fucking bowl of Jello.
Right.
I mean, really.
No. I don't disagree. I don't disagree at all. I don't know. Okay. I'm kind of starting to fall in love, just a little bit.
To be honest, though, I think if you're 18 answering that question, you probably might say 30. But you don't know. You don't know anything about the world yet, so because you're a young whippersnapper, get off my lawn and all that shit.
Do you have a secret hunch about how you will die?
No,
not at all.
No, you can't predict life. I mean, my guess is probably a quarter mile at a time. Will just it's gonna go wrong for me at some point. But
you don't have like a secret hunch, like a heart attack.
No,
nothing.
I don't think so. Never thought about it.
Okay,
not
a whole lot of cancer in the family.
It doesn't matter. I mean, with the amount of radiation in the world today compared to when it was 50 years ago, who knows?
Right.
I eat like a 12-year-old. My diet's terrible, so that'll probably run and catch up to me at some point. But I'll probably get hit by a truck. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Never thought about it.
That's good. That's probably healthy,
I guess.
Hey, listen. Sure. I don't know.
No, I have no idea. I have no hunch about that.
Name 3 things that you and your partner appear to have in common.
Ooh, Jesus Christ. I don't know if we have one thing in common.
That's not true. There's always got to be something. Mandy and I don't have a whole lot in common, but they're little things. We enjoy some of the same TV shows. Actually, more often than not, we enjoy the same TV shows.
So let's backtrack there. This is my answer to that is no, but my backtrack to that.
That's not a yes or no question.
We've since I've erotic fixated myself and passed out for a month. I started watching The West Wing with Anne.
Oh, that's right.
Because she's made me watch The West Wing with her.
Yes.
And I believe you said at one point that's her favorite show on television.
It's up there.
I think less of you as a person now for that.
That's fine.
That show's fucking terrible.
No, it's
not. It
not.
is so goddamn preachy. I cannot get fucking over how awful it is.
It's preachy.
It is so preachy, Travis.
I don't have a problem with that.
I have such a big problem with it because he's wrong. Aaron Sorkin is continually wrong, and I hate it.
I mean,
fuck that guy. Fuck The West Wing.
Yeah,
I really hate that show. I'm really not liking watching it.
Yeah, no, it's way up there. for me.
Oh my god, I don't know how you can listen to that fucking trash.
I actually just thought about let's start to watch it again.
Do it, please do, and see if you actually enjoy it because I hate it.
Oh, I just watched it again like a year ago.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh no, we do this every couple of years where we.
oh
just,
my god, I hate
we
it.
just we rewatch it. I've probably seen it 5 or 6 times the whole way
so
through.
bad. Did you watch American Vandal, by the way?
I did.
God damn, that show's great.
In your absence, I've talked about that show.
I know. Make sure you watch it all completely the way through.
Oh yeah, no, it was a great show. It's a brilliant show. It is. It's brilliant in a different way than you think when you watch it, and
Yes, absolutely.
when you start to think about the time and the effort that it took to write that show, it's
I will be honest with you because I agree with you 100%.
Right.
The show starts off as very funny,
right.
and lighthearted, and it hits you hard at the end.
Oh yeah,
And then you realize the levels involved in writing that show.
absolutely.
It is just a brilliant piece of television.
Right. If you think writing that show, it just took like some comedians in a room and anybody can do it. No. Those people are fucking brilliant.
I mean, it starts off as a dick joke, and
Right.
it ends up becoming an expose on teenagers and teenage culture.
I mean, probably not even teenage culture. Just culture in general.
Even that. Yeah, you're right. You go even farther.
It's a broad, it's all about broads. But
And I have nothing in common.
nothing in common.
I mean,
You both like dogs.
no, we don't. Anna doesn't like dogs.
Jesus Christ. She likes dogs a little bit
And
now.
so, fun fact, Anne never had a pet growing up.
Okay.
So the first pet she had, it was an adult, was when we got that goddamn poodle for her.
Oh.
I warned her when we got married. I did warn her that Danes came with the territory.
Right.
So it's not like I decided one day to have like 5 Danes and
Right,
she had
yeah.
no say in the matter because I warned her.
Yeah.
I don't think she understood that warning though, because if you don't have dogs, you don't really understand the depth of how that works.
Yeah, dogs suck. But
Fuck off. Anyways, but no, she doesn't like dogs.
all right.
Doesn't really like. I mean, she likes show tunes. Doesn't like the music I play at all. I very little in common.
Okay. All right.
I enjoy that. She's very religious. I'm not religious at all.
Now I'm falling less in love with you.
Okay.
Not totally out of love, just less. Just less. For what in your life do you feel most grateful?
Oh, that I'm a white American.
Male.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That sounds very flippant and funny. I'm 100% dead seriously genuine about that.
Really?
I am more thankful that I am a white male in America than anything else in my life. You know how many advantages we have in life because of that?
Yeah.
It's fucking it's the biggest advantage in the world, other than being a white male in probably Norway or something.
Well, yeah.
And even then, they're a bunch of tool bags. They don't understand the value of $1 or a hard day's work. So fuck them. But I'm serious, but
Okay.
oh yeah, absolutely. Being a white male in America is like the biggest privilege. It is though.
Okay.
Can you imagine how much life would suck if you were
I think suck is the wrong way to put it.
if you were
Different?
no. Look,
Different?
if you're a woman living in Saudi Arabia, your life sucks more than mine.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty certain about that.
I'm basing everything on living in America. But yes, you're right. Being a woman in a Middle Eastern country is going to fucking suck. I completely agree.
Or being any gender in the third world, and that's where most of the world lives. So, what are there? 400 million Americans?
Sure. I don't know.
I don't know. Let's ballpark 400 million Americans.
Right.
I mean, there's 7 billion people in the world. So the
Right.
odds are, if that's even being American in general,
There we go.
I'm thankful for that.
Preach it, Lee
Proud
Greenwood.
to be an American. At least I know I'm free.
All right, cool.
I proudly kneel down.
Oh, Jesus. If you could change anything about the way you were raised, what would it be?
Oh,
Now we're getting somewhere.
I wish my parents had told me I was stupid.
Instead of telling you you're smart?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm very lazy. And I happen to know I'm lazy because I can get by being lazy.
So wait, explain this a little bit more.
Okay.
You wish your parents would have told you were stupid, so
Yes.
you would have tried more.
Yes. So I would have developed stronger work ethic.
But they were told you were smart, and you were like, okay, I'm smart, so I can just get away with it.
This is I hate to sound like a dick, but this podcast does not make me look good. Thank God Uncle Hare's talking right now.
Right.
Not Bobo. Bobo's a hardworking individual who's thankful for everything he's ever been given to him, and he earns it. Uncle Hare, though, that dickhead. Anyways, so when you grow up knowing you're smart,
Right.
Like I was in the gifted program in elementary school, middle school. Like I know I have high test scores, whatever. I know I'm a smart individual.
Okay.
Which means when I go to high school, I have to do about zero work, Travis. I show up at class and I go to class.
Right.
And I pay attention in class as much as ADD allows you to.
Right.
And I get straight A's.
Okay.
That's it. I don't study. I don't have to work hard. I don't do things outside of class. I don't do anything.
Right.
I do my homework 5 minutes before class starts because I can scribble the answers down real quick because I know them.
Right.
So I don't develop any real skills as far as working hard or study habits or...
So that's not a product of you being told you were smart. It's a product of you not being challenged enough in school.
Oh, no. Because there are a lot of people that are smart that also work harder than me.
Right, but they might have been challenged. So I guess...
I think their parents instill a sense of work ethic in them, though, that I was not instilled with.
Okay, so you want to be you want to be have a work ethic instilled. It's not that you were told...
To me, though, it was a skill to see how little work I could do. Because I consider that a rationalization of how smart I am. I'm doing less work than you because I'm smarter than you.
Sure.
That's not really how it works, though. I could have learned more if I'd also put in the time studying and working hard on my homework. I probably could have learned a little bit more and been a little bit smarter.
Right.
But I wasn't because I was using it as a sign of how smart I am to do as little as possible.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say if your parents would have told you were stupid, you would have either said, okay, I'm stupid, I don't really give a shit. Or B, you would have said, no, I'm smart. And look how little I can work because I am smart.
When I was younger, I was a pretty trusting individual. If my parents had said life would be harder for you and you have to work harder, I probably would have. Absolutely would have. At least until I was like 18.
Really?
And by that point, it's too late. Because as a kid, you trust things your parents say. You trust the world, especially until you're like 14 or 15. I don't know a lot of 10-year-olds that go around questioning society.
No, but I don't...
So by that point, it's too late, though.
Right, but
even if I figure out I'm smart when I'm 17, I've already learned those skills anyways.
I guess that's such a stupid thing to say. I wish my parents would have said I'm stupid.
It's true though.
But if you could have,
there's a lot of studies on this.
You could still be living with your parents if they told you were stupid. If you really, again, by your logic, you excelled because you knew you were smart. Well, if you don't excel because you think you're stupid, things could have gone.
Odds are, though, because I am smart, I obviously did very little work.
Right.
So I still would have gotten by, even if I thought I was stupid.
Right.
I would have been smart enough to figure out that I knew things, which means I would have actually put in work so I wouldn't be falling behind and just give up.
Right.
So I don't think that would have been. And there's a lot of studies that have actually been done on this. It's a very common problem with a lot of the smart people that have the same problem I have where they're lazier because they knew they could get by with it.
Right.
There've been a lot of psychological studies on that. It's not just me that thinks that.
Oh no, I somewhat agree with you. I did okay in school, and I didn't do a whole lot, and I probably didn't read a full book until I graduated high school, because I just didn't want to do it, and I could get by without doing it, and I could I had still made great grades without reading. I had
Now I will say what does suck about your parents telling you you're smart though is when you're not as smart as your parents. Like, I'm probably smarter than my mom, which is whatever.
Okay.
But I'm not as smart as my dad.
Yeah.
And my dad probably, when I was younger, assumed I would be as smart, if not smarter than him. Because you always assume your kids are going to be better than you are. And that was probably a mistake.
Do you think he's disappointed in you?
No. But my dad can get by, can do even more with less because he's smarter than me.
Are you disappointed that you're not as smart as him?
Oh, absolutely.
But it doesn't.
That doesn't really affect. But I mean, I could have done even more in my life doing even less work if I was as smart as my dad. That'd been cool.
But is your dad a pretty driven guy?
Oh yeah, but he doesn't. He definitely has the same issues I have.
Okay.
He's lazy, procrastinates.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
aren't we all?
No.
Really?
Not like. Well, here's the thing I find funny. Like, at my job now, I don't understand people have a hard time doing my job because I do such little effort at my job and I do so well at it that I'm amazed that you can work hard at my job and not be as good as me. That fascinates me. Those people, I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's not like I go there and sit and stare at my screen and do nothing all day, but it's not like I'm out there fucking sweating all day,
right?
Staring and thinking hard.
Right. Yeah. You're just...
It amuses me that people just cannot grasp some things that I grasp. I don't understand that. I have a hard time with that, which I would never be a good teacher. I would just shake your fucking head and be like, why don't you get that? You dumb dummy.
I have problems with that as well, and I completely can empathize with you. Doesn't make me love you, but
It might.
Well, not right now. We're not doing that one.
Okay.
Just take 4 minutes and tell your partner your life story in as much detail as possible.
Dear diary.
Yeah.
My teenage has a body count.
We're not talking about sperm here, but
That's the from First to Last song.
oh,
Yeah.
all right. Is that with the dude from Skrillex in it?
Yeah, the first album he actually could sing still.
Sonny?
He was
Yeah.
really young, yeah.
No. All right. If you could wake up tomorrow having gained one quality or ability, what would it be?
One quality or ability?
Right.
Is wealth a quality?
No.
Okay. Then the ability to create wealth? That's a good one to have then.
But that's not going to be it.
Ah, shit. How about flying?
You're just going to go with flying.
I mean-
Like, I just want to be rich or I want to fly.
Well,
Those are the two goddamn things I want in life.
If I could fly, I could probably also make myself rich pretty easily. So,
Right. Yes. Yeah.
sell myself, body to science and stuff like that. All that
Is there
nonsense.
anything serious? Is there anything that would make life easier on you that you just don't you don't have right now?
I mean, there absolutely get work ethic. There's a good one.
But is that going to make that's not going to make life easier for you?
Oh, it probably would. I would get a lot farther if I actually worked hard.
But do you care about going further?
I don't know. I mean, in general, it's not just about work. It's about other things in your life too, also. But
That's true.
I work hard at things that aren't work though, so that's kind of interesting about me.
Right.
But I'm way more driven for even this podcast than I am about my general daily like studies.
Yeah.
In school and stuff. But anyways, so maybe
Like, do you wish you could slow down in life?
No, I want to go faster.
Okay. All right. So do you wish that?
This is a good question.
Do you wish that maybe?
I would say I'd like to be able to count cards.
I want to go beyond something like that.
Okay.
I want a real answer here. I want something like I wish that I could empathize with people more.
I don't want to do that. I hate people.
That's fine. But I wish that I could.
I wish I had the ability to get through to people. For instance, I could go online right now and post a thing on Facebook about how, there is no God.
Sure.
No one's going to believe it.
Okay.
What if I had the ability to actually get you to believe that, though?
That's okay.
How about that?
But what if you have the ability to not care if somebody else gets that?
I do have that, but I don't care.
Well, but you do care in some instances.
I think you probably care much more about that. I think things like whatever Donald Trump did this week in the news bothers you much more than it bothers me.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't care anymore. I'm over that.
But it's not that. But I want the opposite too. I want to be able to completely understand your emotions and your way of thinking as much as I want you to understand mine. Like, if I could, I would love to. If I had an ability, I would love to have the ability to put myself in your head for a period of time. Like, okay, all of a sudden, I'm going to be in your head for 30 minutes just to see what it's like. I would love for something like that.
I think for me, it'd be the ability to actually get things through to people.
Okay.
I think there's a big disconnect there between what you hear and what you actually take to heart in anywhere in the world.
Right.
The ability to break through to somebody and get them to understand your point of view is a very small percentage of people that can do that. It's a lost art.
Sure.
Sadly enough, Donald Trump has it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gotten through those people. Right or wrong, he reached them.
Maybe. I can't judge that because I see it as manipulation.
Okay, call it what you want.
Right. I
would love the ability to manipulate people. That'd be great. I'll pick that.
Really?
Sure. Just because manipulation doesn't mean it's nefarious.
Yeah, not.
And that's all life is manipulation. You just don't know it. I mean, your job manipulates you, your family manipulates you, your wife manipulates you. That's all you do. You want someone to do something, you manipulate them.
I know. Oh, I know.
Right. Well, that's a great ability to have then. I'd love to be able to do that more.
See, I'm very uncomfortable with being able to do that.
So you're not loving me more after that answer?
No, it's not. No, no, not at all. but I'm very
won't you
uncomfortable
love
because
me?
I've recognized that myself years ago that I do have that kind of ability in myself,
Okay.
and it's probably why I'm not a great salesperson. I hate it. I hate it more than anything, and I don't like doing that at all. I don't know. It just makes me very, very uncomfortable.
I mean, I don't do it because I agree with you. For instance, people that get out there and do the mass marketing, the multi-level marketing schemes and stuff, how they sleep at night, I have no idea.
They just don't look at it the same way.
That's fine.
Right.
I don't know how they do that. Maybe I won't be ignorant. Is that a quality I can have then?
I don't. That is a quality.
So I can sell you Amway.
That is a quality, and that is not. I don't know. Ignorance is bliss, right?
It is.
Okay.
That is one of the few quotes that's probably true.
All right. So, if a crystal ball could tell you the truth about yourself, your life, the future, anything else, what would you want to know?
Nothing.
Not one
I
thing.
wouldn't look at it.
Not anything.
But we're just saying ignorance is bliss. I don't want to know anything. Absolutely not. That goes along with me not wanting to know things about movies before I go see them too.
Right.
I don't want to know anything about my life. Fuck that.
You don't want to know that, like,
It's like a cheat code. I don't want the ball to tell me that I'm a dick or something. Like, hey, you should work on this part of your life. No, fuck you.
not that. But like, say you could look into this crystal ball and it would just be like, okay, listen, for the rest of your life, you're gonna be okay.
No, I would not want to know that at all.
Why not?
Because I don't want that spoiled for me. You know how little I would try if I knew I was going to be okay? My life would lose all meaning.
You think that would? Yeah. Well, I guess it's a question between
Nobody should know too much about their own destiny.
fate or it's a question between fate or not believing in fate. I guess would be.
If
Somebody said to you, you're going to be fine, it's not going to really change anything in your life, or at least in my mind, it shouldn't change anything. It may just take a little bit of the pressure.
I'm assuming that I know this crystal ball is real and accurate.
Right.
Though, which means I would take it as gospel truth.
Okay.
Somehow if you can convince me of that, I don't know how you would do that, but
Right.
somehow if you could convince me of that,
Right.
then I don't want to see anything in it, because then I would know whatever's there is happening. If you're going to end up, fine in life. You're going to live till you're 95 years old and you're going to have a nice house and nothing really is going to happen to you. That would suck.
Why?
I don't want to know that.
I would want. I see. I don't.
I might as well just kill myself now. I've already lived the life then. Fuck it. Like, I'm serious though. I would probably kill myself.
Wow.
I'd put a bullet in my head and be like, this is stupid. Like, why live? Who cares? I'm not going to get anywhere. I'll just be average. If nothing bad has happened to me, it's going to be boring. What if something bad has happened to you? You know about it. Well, that sucks. Might as well kill yourself now anyways.
Now that is true. I don't disagree.
The only
with you
good
on that
part
one.
is what happens if I end up being insanely rich in 2 years. That's the only good part. But guess what? The odds of that are so slim, I don't want to play those odds. There's more likely of a chance that I have something bad happen to me, I kill myself.
But if they say to you like everything's going to be fine, you could be insanely rich.
Yawn.
You could.
Then appeal to me.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to know.
All right.
Would you?
Would I want to know?
Would you want to know? Would you look at the ball or not?
I would.
Wow.
I'll be very honest right now. If somebody said crystal ball, whatever you want to know, okay, will I be content being a father?
But okay, so you're talking about asking specific questions then.
Well, it's a truth about yourself or your life or your future or anything else. Yes. Will I be content as a father? Because at this point, I have some doubts about that. And I think things will probably change once I do become a father. But it would take a lot of pressure off of me at this point in my life if I could just know that, like, future me is just going to be okay with that.
Oh, kids are the worst though, man.
Okay.
Okay, just let you know that.
You don't know.
I do know.
Listen.
Kids are the worst, man.
First off, you have no idea. I have a little bit more of insight.
Fuck the kids. Fuck the kids. Fuck the kids. Fuck.
Because I had to deal with those little fucking rugrats for the first half of my professional life.
Fuck the kids. Fuck the kids. Fuck the
But
kids.
no, but that's
fuck them.
That's what that is one thing that I would ask.
All right.
So, or is it going to be possible for me to retire? Because goddamn, that's another thing that keeps me up at night. Anyways, next question: is there something that you've dreamt of doing for a long time?
Dreamt of doing for a long time that I haven't done yet.
Right.
I mean, Most of my dreams, I'm above the age of dreaming. All those dreams are already dead. You know, playing a band that's gonna make it or something like that. Something like that, maybe. But
is there? But there's nothing like tangible that you can make happen that you just haven't had a chance to do.
You know, not really. That's why I kind of enjoy where I am in life, because I don't really have things that I haven't accomplished that I've thought about and like really set on a pedestal. You know what I mean? Because I think when you do that, unless you are one of the rare people in life that meets those goals, you're inevitably let down by the fact that you didn't achieve everything you wanted to achieve. And I've learned a long time ago that I don't live my life like that. Like a lot of people are like, oh, I want to be rich someday. You know what I mean? If I don't, you know, like I don't really care about money that much, so that doesn't really affect me.
Right.
And some people are like, oh, I'm going to be this someday, and then they never become that. I think it always eats at a part of them that they never could accomplish what they wanted to be in life.
Because it would eat at a part of you.
Right.
You see that in them, even though it may not be that way. Some people are comfortable with just dreaming and not having it go that way.
Is it a dream, though, or is it like I think a lot of type B people are okay just dreaming. I think a lot of type A people that really have goals and are driven, when they don't meet those goals, it sucks at their whole fucking soul.
I guess you're probably not wrong, but
that's probably a lot of my frustration with the podcast, to be honest with you.
Right.
Is like, I'm not good at not meeting goals. I don't know if you noticed that or not.
Right.
It doesn't really happen with me.
But that doesn't mean, sure, okay, I understand that. But then you're just a quitter.
See, I'm not a quitter. I just don't ever set goals I think I can't obtain. And so far in life, I haven't done it yet. And that will, again, if it doesn't work, it'll probably eat at me forever.
I guess you and I look at it differently in that sense.
Okay.
Because I understand where you're coming from, and I completely understand it. My analogy with this would be, I don't understand people. So you can hike the Appalachian Trail.
Yes.
And I had a friend who hiked half of it and came off the trail and was like, you know what? I'm done with this. I did enough. I don't care. And I was like, I can never do that. Like, if I start fucking hiking the Appalachian Trail, unless a mountain lion chews my fucking foot off, I'm completing that the whole thing.
See, I can understand your friend's point of view there.
I don't. And part of that, for me, the reason why I don't see it is because you're completely capable of finishing that task. You're completely capable of doing that. You know, so why not try it and do it and complete it? Like for me, I would. And so when you bring up, like, you know, like the podcast, you're not happy with where it is at this point.
Yeah, tell your friends to listen, dicks.
I mean, I understand that.
Yeah.
But I look at it as, we've only done it for, you know, how long? You know, what could we realistically, in a professional setting, hope to have accomplished at this point? I mean, we put out, in my opinion, we put out a good product, but we haven't been doing this.
Spinning our wheels.
We're not spinning our wheels.
No, but to me, that's what it feels like sometimes.
Sure. Oh, that's fine.
Which, that'll eat at me. So I'm not really sure how to deal with that, because that's like a new thing for me.
You bite down, and you put out even a better product. I mean, it's
you gotta find a way to reinvent it.
What is the? I forget what the quote is, or what it is. What it is? You have to practice something for 10,000 hours before you're good at it.
Yeah, that's not true.
I don't know.
It's not true.
It's not true at all?
No, because I bet you I had not put 10,000 hours into practicing being in a band ever yet.
Right.
So,
but you're not good at it.
Oh, I was pretty good at being in a band. You know, I didn't start playing guitar until I was 19.
Right.
By the time I was 23, I was already in California signing a record contract. It's not hard. I thought being in a band was much easier than even the podcast. I could start a band tomorrow. If I wanted to waste $10,000, Travis,
right,
I could start a band tomorrow and be popular in 6 months. It's not hard. All you got to do is pay the right person, and that's it. Not hard.
So why did the band work out?
I didn't have $10,000 back then. Now I know how the music industry works.
Right.
You got to pay to play. That's all. It's not hard at all, though. It's not like a competition. You just got to give the right people money, and things will work out for you. Now, how far you go once you get to that level has something. You have to have some level of talent, or the right songwriters, or something, or the right looks, which are things you probably can't control if you're ugly like me. But whatever. But it's not hard.
I mean, that's not true. It's not. it's not easy. It's a little hard, or else more people would do it.
I think money's a big barrier to that. More people try to be in a band. Do more people actually put in $50,000 worth of money to be in a band, though? I don't know. Probably none, because they don't have that much money, or else they would probably not be playing dumb music like we were. So,
Yeah, well,
I mean, really.
Yeah.
But we know a lot of bands. You probably know them, or don't know them, that are famous that buy their ways on the tours and stuff.
Well, most bands, you have that's how you get on a tour.
Exactly.
But it's your label that typically puts out that money.
No. Some bands, a lot of those, like for instance, all those old Drive School Records bands, like Midtown and stuff. Gay sports parents were rich. They bought onto those tours. That's how they got them popular.
Right.
That's all you need, though. You just need money, and you can hire songwriters to write your songs. Not hard. You can do it.
Sure, you could do it, but that's not really.
The public doesn't know the difference.
I don't consider that being a musician or making it. If you're buying your way through, you're not actually. You're not good.
The public doesn't know the difference.
Okay, but
they obviously don't know what good music is because they listen to some fucking horrible shit.
that is very, very true. But yeah, that I okay. Just gonna. All right, one more.
And times won't take that long. It's funny though.
What do you value most in a friendship?
Loyalty.
In what way?
You gotta stick with them, man.
But a loyalty can be anything. I mean, loyalty can, in what way do friends demonstrate? In what way do I demonstrate loyalty to you?
I think part of it is you've got to stick through them through the tough times when they need you.
Right.
That's actually a lot of friendship is. And it can't be. You've got to stick with it when it's not convenient. You got to put out the effort.
Okay.
All that's loyalty to me.
Sure. But I understand that. How many friends in your life do you think live up to that, or not live up to that, have gone through that test?
How many in general, like for an average person, or for me,
for
or
you? I'm asking for you. I'm trying to fall in love with you.
Oh, I don't know, 2, 3, 4,
right,
half a dozen at most.
Okay,
not because you don't. A lot of your friends will go through your whole life and never be put to that test.
Absolutely,
which is why you never really know the answer.
So, if that's the most important thing, what's the second most important thing? Because if that can't be tested, what is something that is there, or is there something else that you value? What else do you value in a friendship?
You gotta be able to get along.
Sure,
that's a lot of it. I mean, if you have common interests, shared interests, and you get along, that's most of a friendship, and that's like 90% of a friendship.
Do you think common interests are? I mean, I guess common interests are. But as you get older and you evolve, some of those common interests fall by the wayside, and you can't just rest on your laurels. Isn't friendship a little bit more?
I think that's where the loyalty part of it comes in, though. Because if you don't have any common interests, you're gonna hit that level. You got to test it the other ways.
Well, but I also. I guess yeah, sure. Loyalty, I guess, runs into that. I was thinking more of
maybe that's not the best word to describe it. I'm not really sure what it is.
There's got to be some charisma there.
Is that what the word is for that?
Charisma? No.
See,
chemistry. There
we go.
There's got to be some chemistry.
Let's use that then. I like that.
Because I mean, and so do you think chemistry is metaphysical, or do you think it is something? Do you put any weight in like pheromones or bullshit like that, or what do you?
I don't know about pheromones. It's definitely it's so hard to. That's such a what I mean. It's so hard to describe that.
It is. I
It's
agree.
just not tangible,
Sure, but when you find it, you find it.
Exactly.
Right.
It's like true love, like this.
You know what? You might have won me over. Let's go to end times.
I got an end times for you. All right. Let's see here. So, I read this article today.
Okay.
And the headline caught me.
All right.
Now, we're going to talk about why I hate the Washington Post in a minute. Because the headline's very misleading. Well, not misleading, it's funny. Headline. A U.S. ambassador told a server she should cash in on her looks.
Okay.
So, apparently, Scott Brown, I think he's the ambassador to Samoa. Okay?
Okay.
And I guess at some dinner he went to, this was his first day on the job apparently,
First day on the job, huh?
He told some server at one of these functions he was at, his first night, like some fancy dinner,
Right.
that she could make hundreds of dollars in the hospitality industry.
Like, from tips?
Right.
Like just the tip of his
Right.
dick?
No, right. Just the tip. Yes. My favorite game to play with, Ann. Just the tip.
Yeah, she hates it.
Oh, yeah. She doesn't like it at all. I mean, it's a big tip, you know what I'm saying, girls? Get at me, huh?
You're very boastful on this.
747 bang and get at me.
On this episode.
I know. Right? It's Uncle Harold's boastful, not me.
That's right, yes.
So, I just... And I guess now there's an official inquiry into this. Because I guess in Samoan culture, I guess they don't like that.
I mean, that's a weird thing to say to somebody.
I mean, I guess. They're making a big deal about it, though.
It's a weird thing to say to somebody, especially a week after Harvey Weinstein, you know, or 2 weeks or whatever we are at this point. But, you know, it's just a weird thing to say. Plus, also, and maybe this is something that you can answer. Do you understand at any point in your life maybe how creepy you've been to women?
I'm not generally very creepy to women, so because I've been married a very long time.
That is true. You have been married for a very long time. I don't
So
know.
I'm not really, you know what I mean?
Like, I'm wondering how in my past I have been
How you've creeped out women?
creeped out women, maybe misunderstood. Because I think honestly, I think there's probably a very good chance that somewhere in my interaction with women in my entire life, there's been a time where I have come off as either a dick or...
Well, that's not creepy, though.
Well,
Trust me, a lot of chicks think I'm a dick.
That's true. That's true. But maybe been creepy or I don't know. Maybe crossed the line. I don't know. I think that's
That's a good question.
it's a good question, but it's also kind of a fearful question for people.
True.
For men at this point.
Yep.
You know, I mean, how much is too much flirting?
Never. Not enough.
Not enough.
When you touch both breasts.
Honk, honk.
That's the line. I knew it.
Yeah. Hey, sweet cheeks. Honk, honk. You think that's okay? You know,
I'm just asking for a friend. I'm asking for...
I was grabbing a handful for a friend.
Just checking out the goods.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just curious. I don't know. So now I guess here's the part of the story that I think is funny.
Okay.
I guess because they start talking about this post, how they think that it might be politically motivated, that this inquiry happened because of that. Because let's be honest, that's a pretty innocuous comment. Like, hey, you can make a lot of money in in the hospitality industry. I don't know. It's like saying you're good looking. Maybe it's a little sexist. I don't think it's on the level.
It's not a little it's sexist.
Maybe.
But
Probably. Okay, it's sexist.
as a person who doesn't get compliments, I would take that as a compliment and be fine with it. Maybe she gets compliments all the time, so she wasn't fine with it.
I don't think it rises to the level of an official inquiry. I'll be honest with you. However, I guess there's you know what the liberals do these days.
Right.
I hate to say it like this 'cause I'm not much of a conservative anymore, but they like to dig into somebody's past if they're associated with Donald Trump and
Right.
they don't like him and start digging out sexist comments they said. Get this piece of dirt, all right?
Okay.
So in 2012, when this guy was running for re-election, I think he was in the Senate from Massachusetts previously.
Okay.
When he was running for re-election, he was touring a brewery with the Boston Herald reporter Hillary Shabbat.
Okay.
And he invited her to taste a beer. And this is what he said to her when he invited her to taste this beer. Quote,
Jesus.
try this one. I've seen you in bars before. Don't act like you've never been to a bar. We're going to have her dancing in the back of the truck.
I can't. That comment's not that bad.
No.
But isn't he the one that posed for like Playgirl?
I don't think that was him.
What? This is Scott Brown.
Yeah, did he play as a Playgirl?
He posed for some sort of magazine, I believe.
Oh. Okay, well, that's good. I didn't know that. How about that? So, oh wait. He posed nude for Cosmopolitan.
Okay, that's what it was.
That's right. That's right.
He posed news or nude. Okay, so I don't know why I bring that up, but
You know why you bring it up? Because when they were debating about that back in the 80s when Elizabeth Warren and him were dating,
right.
so the moderator for one of these debates, this is back in 82 by the way,
Okay.
asked Warren how she paid for college, and she said, quote, I kept my clothes on. And then later on, not that time, but later on a radio show, like the next day or whatever,
Yeah.
Brown's quip was, "Thank God."
Wow.
So anyways,
I mean, he's a straight shooter.
I just think that whole article is worthless. So this guy said a little innocuous comment about a server somewhere, and there was an inquiry, and now we're writing articles in the Washington Post about it, and it's obviously high enough up in the headlines that I saw it on the front page of Google News. Is this worth news? Is this newsworthy? Because I don't really think it is.
I don't know. Not yet.
How would this ever be newsworthy? If it turns out this guy like raped a chick in 1990, maybe?
If it turns out that this is his MO, and like,
I mean, the guy's been around. He's been a senator, so I think they would have dug this dirt up before.
I would think
That's
so.
my guess.
I would think so as well.
There's probably not much there.
But probably not. But like, the comment's weird.
It's weird.
It's weird, and it doesn't.
It's not. I mean, people say stuff. You know, you can say things and not know what you're saying. I'm like, oh shit, probably shouldn't have said that. You know,
I don't know. That one seems like one that.
Yeah, he probably thought she was hot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Find a different way to tell her that.
I mean, he said he didn't say you're hot.
Yeah.
So
you ever thought about being a hooker, honey?
he didn't say that. I think he meant being server, like making money in America. You know, whatever.
Could be.
He probably meant it with not bad intentions. I don't know. I just think the headline's funny.
It was.
I'm like, what the fuck article is this about? I was thinking it was gonna be much worse though. And then you read the article and you're like, that's it? Like that's all there is?
It is a bit of a letdown.
We're such a headline driven culture right now. And there's no substance.
No. We're a scandal-driven culture.
A what?
So, a scandal-driven culture. So you were let down that there was nothing more than him just hitting on a woman.
Well, that headline is scandalous.
But that is enough. So what he said is enough to say, like, you shouldn't say something like that.
I guess.
And maybe a while ago, before, people were killing and burying their hookers.
Can we not be so sensitive, guys? I mean, maybe she was okay with it, and then we can be okay.
She wasn't okay with it. I would imagine she's the one that probably tipped him off.
I don't think so.
You think somebody else heard him?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways.
747 banging.
That's it. 747-226-4464.
Travis says we have to spend more time getting people involved in the podcast and less time telling you where to listen to it, because if you're listening to it right now, you've probably found it,
right?
Which is a valid point.
Yeah. So this week's poll, it's going to be at pwthepodcast.com. Did you fall in love with Bobo?
God, no.
Or
Uncle Hare, if you think I'm him.
Did this make you fall in love a little bit more with Bobo?
I have such wild views that are all over the place. I find it hard for anybody to love me.
Oh, listen, I understand that. I'm in that boat, but anyways.
But I'm genuine. Does not count for anything in these crazy times, in this troubled world of ours.
I think it should.
I don't think so.
I don't think it does, but I think it should.
Genuinely insane.
That you are. So hit us up on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram.
PW Podcast and all that bullshit.
Yeah, just let us know.
Tell your friends about us. You know, if we could get like one listener a week, we'll double our audience pretty soon.
That's true.
Come on, guys. Check it out. Tell your friends about us if you like it. You know, that's what I really want to push. If you like us and you've been listening for a while now and you're kind of, you're digging the show, tell someone about it. Retweet our weekly posts where episodes are posted, Yeah,
if you don't mind
help
doing that, that'd
bit.
be great.
Yeah, help us out a little bit.
Give us some likes on Instagram. Give us some retweets. Give us some shares on Facebook. Any little bit helps, and we appreciate you listening. So we would appreciate that as well.
Absolutely.
Anything else?
No.
It's good to have you back, buddy.
All right, bud.
See you next Tuesday.